That's not right. Dairy Fairy, is that sideways to you? Well, somebody in chat will let me know if that's sideways or not. I can't tell. Anyway, yeah, I'll change it the second somebody alerts me to it. Anyway, mostly gonna be doing some conditioning. Probably gonna have some fun hitting the bag a little bit. Um, Man, that's really bothering me. That looks like that. Oh, it totally is sideways. I can tell now. It's gonna have a narrow field of view, I guess. I'm mostly jump roping, like I said. I'm gonna warm up on the rope. Do the vast majority of my work on the rope. Maybe do a few other things. We'll see. Man, my ankle really hurts today. I don't know how the idiot this is gonna be. For anybody who hasn't seen me do this, I'll just count to myself in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeps me in rhythm. Ooh. I'm definitely favoring the right leg. Due to my left ankle hurting quite a bit. Dairy Fairy, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate that. I'm hoping that my ankle warms up and stops hurting. It's really annoying. I didn't know if it would work, but I'm watching a wavy stream on my laptop as I do this. Right now he's eating some ribs. Looks like he's eating them too soon. That sounded a little bit on toe. This may just end up being a deadlift stream. How much my ankle hurts. Ooh, that's smart. I went hiking through a cave earlier up near Austin called the Inner Space Cavern. It's a good time. For anybody in the Austin area, check it out. Alright, see if I can make this work. Right now I'm doing a little boxer skip. Do this a lot. You guessed it. Boxing. Hoping this keeps me from favoring my right leg too much and wearing me out. Because it's already burning way more than the left. Ooh. Yeah, I may jump out of this room a lot sooner than anticipated. Did some squatting yesterday, some lunging. I've been trying to avoid lifting weights in my legs because of this ankle. I don't know how long I could go without doing it. So I committed to it yesterday, and I am paying the price. Anyway, another round. Ooh, I need to get better at the cross. Here we go. Ah, dang it. Yeah, the cross it's a rhythm breaker. And you really want to throw the hands as far to the side as you can. If you only kind of partially throw them, you won't be able to get through the rope. Some of the rain is coming through. I apologize on the audio. It's raining pretty bad outside right now. Although this looks like a pretty swanky gym, it is in fact a 2-car garage. So I just really don't know what the sound quality is going to be with the rain. It's already bad with the echoing. I like jump roping because boxers do it. It's good for boxing. Really, dang it. Any kind of martial art, because when you're fighting, you want to keep a certain rhythm. You'll see people on their toes, bouncing around a little bit as they jab, jab, cross. A certain amount of rhythm helps keep you light on your toes, relaxed. Regular running has some sort of rhythm to it, but this is a lot more akin to fighting. Try to use as little bit of upper body as possible to get the rope over. Another thing critical to fighting is relaxing. You throw a punch, for it to be fast, you gotta be relaxed in the chest, in the shoulders, and in the waist. And you can really think that through when you're jumping rope. few good ones earlier. Getting worse. There we go. I started getting a cramp in my calves. Certain amount of speed helps, makes it a little easier. Kind of like riding a bike. Faster you go, more stable it is. Had a Monterey meal from Whataburger. Still kind of tastes a little bit. It's been like 5 hours. Maybe not that long. Anybody who doesn't have the pleasure of eating at a Whataburger on occasion, you're missing out. I'm not gonna say it's the best burger on the planet, but I also kind of feel like burgers can only be so good. So, all right, I'm gonna try to flip this camera again. So forgive me if it doesn't flip over. Come on. I have the I have my phone screen set to flip whenever it turns, but I'm just not very stream literate. So I'm gonna have to deal with this view for now. Not my favorite view. I cut shapes. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I have it set for that, and I don't know. Thank you, though. I appreciate you trying to give me some pointers. I cut shapes, welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. So, welcome. Thanks for coming. Today, I'm jumping rope. I'm gonna on my ankle feels, do some deadlifts, and maybe kick a bag a little bit. Ooh, messed that up. There we go, that was good. Dang, man. Kind of rushed it. Sped up. There we go. Ah, come on, I just whipped the shit out of my toe. Whew. Dango bango. The socks, for anybody who doesn't know, are a cushion to blow from the vinyl jump rope. Because man, it stings. Not a bad set of doubles. Really starting to get winded now. Gotta get sweat going. You can tell this is an IRL stream. Come on. Trying to get a good mix up. Another part of keeping rhythm with the jump rope that complements martial arts, namely boxing or kickboxing, is changing rhythm. I just want to, like I said earlier, have a certain amount of rhythm. You're skating around on your feet, throwing jabs, cross, whatever. But your opponent's going to force you to change rhythm. And so just another level deeper into the jump rope and how it complements a martial art is the change in rhythm. Electrician, no, pest control. Probably wondering what the heck a pest control guy does with all those tools. That red box under the fan is my Milwaukee Sawzall. That's for taking bees out of walls. The other box is a litany of tools for cleaning drains, fixing holes in siding for raccoons and whatnot, any kind of would-be critter that's breaking in, doing a little beanie. I wanted to be an electrician. Found pest control because they gave me a truck to take home day one. And being broke and 21 years old with a kid, it only made sense to leave the personal vehicle at home for the wife. So, it's turned out to be a good career, believe it or not. Pest control would be a lot of fun. Let's see what you got there. Yeah, dude, I love tools. As a kid, I had a little plastic workbench, looked almost like a plastic kitchenette, but for little boys. And I still have that same childlike enthusiasm when I walk into a hardware store. What do you do for work? See if I can't go over there and read the chat in with them. Sure can. Yeah, see that? Changing rhythm, we did it. Ah, not bad. Starting to feel myself a little bit. Hard to talk when I'm jumping rope. ATM retail. Crazy, huh? I imagine it could be crazy. Do people like try to jack them? I'm not really too sure what ATM retail means. I assume it's ATMs. If it is ATMs, like the money spent machine. At the moment. Oh, at the moment. Got you. Now I feel like an idiot. No fault to you, of course. I generally stay out of the internet And so BRB was a thing for like 20 years before I realized it meant be right back. It's silly because I remember being in Napster chats back when those were a thing. It was a little different though. Sure, internet shorthand wasn't entirely developed yet. Come on. Come on. Ooh. I straight whipped the back of my heel on that one. Ooh. Damn, that was a good one. A couple of double unders, crosses, and skips. All right. See how long I'm gonna jump rope for. 22 minutes. All right. I'm gonna change to a deadlift. I won't be doing any maximum work on it. I'm gonna mainly be just focusing on a very explosive up. Looking for speed on these today. The puzzle mat of doom. All rusty, the barbell. I'm gonna make some room to accommodate the dinner plate of death. Just gonna slap a couple of 45-pound plates on here. I am in the US, so I just realized, I think it was yesterday, that a couple of people from Europe were watching, and they started speaking in kgs. So I need to try to accommodate my audience and try to figure those conversions out on the fly. I really like foreign people. They offer a very neat perspective. I get stuck in my little world of Texas and forget that there's other things going on out there sometimes. When I squat and bench press, I don't really like to use collars. But when I deadlift, I do like the collars because the weights start to kind of tilt and it messes my setup. And so we're going to use collars today. Excuse me. Need my magnesium carbonate. Put on a nice dusting of climbing chalk. Anybody who's been here before has heard me say this, but lifting chalk, climbing chalk all originated from gymnastics. And I just like to thank those people for their generous contribution. I'm gonna be going for a standard deadlift. I'm not gonna be doing a sumo. I don't have anything against sumo. I know there's a little bit of debate there amongst some people, but honestly, I'm not a professional at deadlifting. So, again, I'm going for speed on the top side. I'm training a very specific pattern for a very specific reason. So just to give you some insight into the methodology, I like how deadlifts involve the majority of the kinetic chain. And so these help me be more explosive in a range of other techniques. And so while I'm not necessarily going for a maximum lift, I'm going for maximum speed. Good old Texas, that's right. I don't know if you said, the chat's kind of faded out at the top, but where are you out of? Tell me. Tell me. Am I missing a plate? No, there it is. Sorry if that chewed up your ears. The audio on my phone's pretty crappy. Florida! Man, the only place more wild than Texas is Florida. Everyone, it's true. It's so true. Florida is the closest thing to Australia in the United States. I've actually been to Florida for work quite a bit. It's always a lot of fun. I actually watch a podcast that's out of Florida, Danny Jones. Very entertaining if you're into science and history. There's a little bit of conspiracy in there too, so. Alright, I've added 2 more 45-pound plates, so I was just at 135 pounds. We're now at 225 pounds. This is probably where I'll do the bulk of the work. I don't deadlift very heavy, so if you're expecting a big one, not everything's bigger in Texas. Not bad. That felt pretty good. So, to dive a little deeper into the methodology, when I pull the bar up, I am kind of scraping it on my shins. I want the bar to stay as underneath my shoulders as possible. If you get drift, pulls you forward, pulls you out of position, Can injure your spine. So yeah, try to keep the shoulders somewhat over the middle of, I don't know if you can see, over the middle of my foot, so that when I pull through, press the hips through in this hinge motion to finish. And I always want to lock out the top. And by lock out, I'm like really squeezing through the glute, pushing through the quad. And I'm almost pushing my feet out a little bit. That's like a deeper part of the method, but not to be confused with buckling the knees. So, if your knees are buckling, that's not what I'm talking about. You don't want that to happen. Maybe a little. Not probably have time. See if we can go for another 5. Thank God the monster's here to keep me up. So, throughout the entirety of the motion, I engage the lat. Engaging the lat helps maintain that tight shoulder and arm position. Increases stability, reduces injury, and then helps you generate more force so you can get the weight up. Thought about doing this from a side position, then I forgot. So now I'm doing it from the front. That was my second set at 225, if I remember correctly. Somebody in the chat, feel free to keep me honest. I think I'm gonna go up a little bit and try for 315. Because I'm feeling kind of strong. So pop these collars. This isn't really part of your standard conditioning workout. This is more of a strength workout, but sometimes I just can't help myself. But I did put deadies in the title. So, unlike yesterday, I did the old bait and switch. Totally on accident. I did say I was going to do this. I haven't deadlifted 315 in a while. So, if I fail on this, first off, I want to apologize to myself. Second off, I ask that you don't make fun of me. Feel free to comment on it. It'll be nice. Because I'm going up and be too much. Probably the top end of my deadlift strength right now. I'm going to take an extra long break. Maybe get the sweat out of my eyes. See if I can get both. Yeah, get the whole barbell in. Push that back a little bit. There we go. All right. $315. I'm assuming this is like 150 kg. If anybody in the viewership is not running the Freedom unit, yeah, I think it's about 150 kg. All right, time to stop being trepidatious and give her a whirl. Alright, I would like to at least get 3 of these. If I could go for 5, I will. If I could do 3, that would be great. I'm going to do a Valsalva, where I hold the breath. So if you see me straining, it's because I am. If I pass out, welcome to the show. Yeah, 3. Lightweight, baby! Not really. Very heavy. For me. There are people that smash that over their head, but heavy for me. Hey, we got a 4th viewer. Breaking records. I'm going to try to do 2 more on that just to give it to myself. That is for ego. Not gonna lie. Sometimes you just gotta feel good about yourself. And it was harder than I remember 315 when I was doing this regularly a few years ago. I can tell that I'm a little out of practice. My all-time PR for this is 465. I am very far away from that. They say you get things back faster than new adaptation. So, if that's true, hopefully I can get back to 465 in 6 months or so. Performing enhancing sweet tea lemonade. Don't leave home without it. Alright. For anybody who's new to this channel, or when I'm working at the top end of my strength like I am right now, I take extra long breaks and I do less reps. You don't really want to be trying to work in like that 80% range of maximum strength and be working at like 45 second to 1 minute long breaks. And do like 3 to 5 minutes. Which unfortunately is boring for the viewer, because then you just have to listen to me talk. listening to me talk, so you guys must too, huh? Alright. I am going to do a fresh coat of chalk. Oh. None of this stuff is branded or promoted. Rusty the barbell is 40 years old. He's older than I am. Alright, buddy. I cut shapes. I appreciate you coming in and engaging. Take it easy, big dog. Enjoy Florida. Alright. I cut shapes. What a nice guy. Give me some encouragement in there. I heard him. Wow. I read it. I didn't hear him. My spirit heard him. My eyeballs saw it. Who knows how long after he typed it. If there's anybody in the chat, please give me some kind of encouragement right now. I'm going to try to go for 2 more at 315. I'm going to be doing an over-under grip. I tried double over, and I almost failed, so I'm just going to go straight to the double under. I had to switch to double under in the middle of that last go. All right. I don't know if y'all heard that. I just gave myself some encouragement with a little bit of happens. At least I didn't pee my pants. Thank you, Dairy Fairy. You helped me get through that. All right. We're going to drop the plates. I'm done with the deadies. I think I'm sufficiently wrecked in deadlift land. How many colors do we have now? I got colors sprouting out the woodworks over here. It's a good thing. It sucks when you can't find one. That's probably why we have so many. Alright. I'm pretty tired, so we're gonna have to cheat this. If you've got a lot of plates on the barbell, the best way to get them off when you're really tired like I am and you don't have a deadlift jack, take a smaller plate and roll the other plates under. It's like using a jack on a car. When you're taking the last plate off, make sure your feet are clear of the barbell. We had an incident in this gym a few days ago. Not me, but somebody I know pulled the last plate off and dropped the barbell on her toes. Now they look like modern art. So, do yourself a solid and use caution. time. James Chris, dude, you're right on time. Oh man, you were right on time. Yeah, the vertical view is happening because for whatever reason my horizontal view is not working. I've tried everything. Except for consulting ChatGPT, I had to kind of move things along. But I do prefer the horizontal view. You get more wide angle. But I was actually going to do your challenge right now. Alright. I brought the schmuck so that instead of looking like the hostage, I can be the hostage taker. Anyway, we're going to stop right there with that. You know what I did forget? I forgot my other phone. I'll be right back. Not keen on remembering things. Alright. I knew I'd forget something. I even started prepping for this a little earlier today than usual. But whatever. Alright. Both versions today. Yeah, we're going to do both versions today. We're going to build up. We're going to start from the original upside down prayer hands. Actually, you know what? We're going to go in reverse because the other one's harder. I should probably do the harder one first. So, anyway. Alright. I'm going to peek so I can find my timer. All the best. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds on here. All right. I'm feeling pretty good right now. But as usual, I'm sure that I'm going to tank. This thing is like a cliff, not a hill. I'll be chugging along and I fall off pretty intensely. And I am beginning to struggle as I talk. Man, I'm sliding. Ever so gently sliding. Dang it. I feel like I've failed because I can't get my hands off my back now. God dang it. Alright. Bro, that one's like more than twice as hard as prayer hands. I guess because prayer hands, you're locked in. You have like some stability there. Alright. Cancel that. Let me give myself a little break before I go into the prayer hands. I wonder if I should start with my hands, like All right. I'm just letting the pump go out of my right shoulder. It really doesn't affect my left shoulder that much. My shoulders are pretty warm. I did some jump rope before this. I did some deadlifting. So I've got all kind of heat in my body right now. But my right shoulder definitely seems to feel the burn more than the left when I do this. Which is, I feel like, I don't know how I'm compensating one over the other. I don't know if the position matters, but here we go. We're going for the original challenge, the original James Chris here challenge. James Chris is in fact here, and the challenge is real. All right, timer is set. Trying to focus on my breathing. It's probably the only thing I can do. Really. Come on. Come on. It burns. Oh. Come on, I want it. Come on. Ah, yes. Come on. I feel like the first challenge is sufficiently done. I managed to just keep my hands off my back, and my palms were closed very well. Man, James, it wouldn't have been possible without you, buddy. I needed that win today, man. It's a small win, but dang, dude, that truly is a goated forearm work. It's really funny how it's working the top of my forearm, or I guess the inside of it, rather. I guess that's the ulna bone, I think is what it's called. I bet arm wrestlers are probably pretty good at that challenge. Let's go. I need to figure out the secret to the other one, which I'm sure the secret is just don't let go. you know, push, try hard, all those good things. You're gonna try it in secret, huh? You know what? We'll have no choice but to believe the results. So it burns. I mean, it freaking burns. So the uh, the arrested position. That's what I'm going to call this one. It really is like a shoulder exclusive burn, and this one, the upside down prayer hands, is I'm going to say 80% forearm, 20% shoulder, in my opinion. Man, I'm glad you made it, Chris, because I was going to do that. Whether you, I didn't do it yesterday. You didn't show up yesterday, and I was like, man, I should just do it anyway. It'll be recorded and all that stuff. But I ran through a lot of time just doing my standard workout, and I'm glad you came today. Succeeding in one or the other would have felt a little empty without you, brother. Seeing as how this is your challenge. Take me a little victory sip of the performance-enhancing sweet tea lemonade. Kroger puts a little bit of love in this tea, and that's the performance-enhancing part. All right. Holy smokes, man. All right. Let me see how much time I have. I'm at 50. Oh, I'm right at an hour. All right. Well, I'm going to cut it right there then. I don't like to work out for much more than an hour because I feel like I begin having diminishing returns. So I didn't do stretch challenge yesterday. I did no challenges yesterday. But yeah, you don't have to apologize to me, big dog. We all got a life, and you've tuned in more time than most, so you're like my number 4 fan, maybe. Oh, Mike Ball with the ball. Sorry, brother. Yeah, I am closing around, man. Maybe I should have texted a blast out to people, but you can go and rewatch some of this if you want. I did succeed the James Chris original prayer hands challenge. So if you just skip ahead to that, you can watch me yell like a madman. I did my best Ronnie Coleman impersonation and challenged my inner CT Fletcher, and we did it. But oh yeah, I did fart. For those who weren't here, in my last deadlift set, I cracked a tooth. So feel free to roast my ass and clip it and make whatever fun out of it you want. I did not pee my pants though. So just so you know, there are thousands of people out there farting and peeing their pants every day deadlifting. And I only did one. So yeah. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but because Dairy Fairy just called me out, I know that tells me she heard it. So anyway. All right, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. I can't cancel the stream. I think the chalk on my hand is not letting me press the button. Oh, shit, flavor boy. Maybe my phone screen is broken. I can't even cancel the stream.